This is Ted Kessel at my Sunny Hill HO branch line model railroad. I've had many model railroads over the past 40 years in several different scales, but all of them have had some type of method to operate it and move cars and rolling stock around in some type of prototypical fashion, so things aren't just running around at random, but there's an actual plan for each car and each operating session. This is a method suitable for a small individual model railroad, in this case just mine, not really for a club layout, a large layout. I'm the only operator, so I've got things extremely simple. First, let's look at some of the cards I use for operation. Here's a card for a locomotive indicating it's a Conrail, the number, and a little bit of the numbers used on my power cab, so I know which button does what. For the rolling stock, here's a sample of a tank car, the car number, that it's a molasses tank car, and if it's empty it's going to location JC. Another card, this one a refrigerated car, and finally a boxcar. And in the corner of each one of these there's a little piece of plastic, clear plastic, and we'll see how that's used in a couple minutes. The waybills are also extremely simplified. Here's one indicating that the shipper is JC. That's some industry off my model railroad coming in through the Junction City location. It needs a boxcar, a 40-foot boxcar. If I'm in the 1950s, I'd use a 50-foot boxcar in the 1980s when I'm running Conrail. And it's going to location number 12. That's the consignee. Here's shipper number 15. Needs a tank car, and I've indicated it's a corn syrup tank car, so I wouldn't inadvertently send something suitable for agricultural chemicals. And the consignee, letter I, and here's number 7. Shipper needs a boxcar going to Junction City, and Junction City, a tank car going to 5, and I'll know what number 5 is. In fact, I'll show you. Okay, let's take a quick walk around Sunny Hill branch line and see how the letters and numbers on the waybills compare to the locations on the layout. First of all, location number 1 represents the little engine facility at Sunny Hill. Location number 2, T.P. Anderson and Son. Location number 3, the Sunny Hill Freight Office. Location number 4, the Barrel Company. Location number 5, the oil storage facility. Down here at Armstrong, location number 6, cold storage. Number 7 is the freight office, and number 8 represents the small brewery. Walking down to the other end of the layout, location number 9 is the Feed Supply Company. Location number 10, Craney Metals and a Scrapyard. Location number 11, Farmers Co-op. And at the back of the co-op, number 12, is a boxcar service for additional grain supplies coming out of the co-op. And walking down to the recently added peninsula, number 13, representing a large electrical machine company, Megawatts. Number 14, Transformers. And number 15 is the milling company with both outgoing milled products and incoming grain. Locations off the layout, many other industries are here at Junction City, or JC, which is actually a passing siding. And around on the peninsula, the I location is an interchange with another variety of railroads. So it can be both a destination and a source of incoming cars and rolling stock. Now let's look at a couple of examples of how this system works. There's a TPW boxcar sitting at the REA Express office. I find a car card for it. The slot on the lower right is empty, indicating that that car is currently empty. I have a couple of choices. One, nearby, I see that there is a call for a boxcar at that location to go to the interchange. I also see that at the interchange is a call for a boxcar to go to number 12. Well, since that boxcar is already at number 7, the REA area industry, I'm going to put that waybill in that slot, set that down here. The next time a local comes by, it's going to see that and pick it up and get it forwarded to its next destination. Over at the cold storage is a refrigerator car. Its card slot is empty. If I walked over to the Junction City area on my layout, I would see that there's a call for a refrigerated car to go from Junction City to that location. So, to do that, I'm going to put this card waybill, but I'm going to put it in upside down. The next time a local comes by, you will see that the card is there, the waybill, but it's upside down. So it's going to pick it up, forward it to Junction City. When it gets to Junction City, then I'll turn that card right side up, and then it will be forwarded back to number 6, cold storage. This consist from Sunny Hill has just arrived at Junction City. Let's look at the first 3 pieces of rolling stock in this consist and see how the card system and waybills work in this consist. First, I'll pull the cards for this consist out of the little storage area, set it down and we'll take it all apart. First thing we'll do is remove this paper clip, take off the locomotives, and we see that that's the refrigerator car at the front of the consist. The pocket is empty. It's not really a problem right now because I've got a full day of operations ahead of me, and it's quite likely that there'll be a consignee looking for a refrigerated car at some point, so I'll just leave that alone. Here's a Conrail car. It's now at its destination. I'll take that card out. Here's a Burlington Northern car. It's also at its destination. I'll take the card out, indicating that that card, that destination has been reached, and this car is now available. Now I noticed right over here, where I've got some waybills already set up, that at Junction City there are shippers looking for boxcars. So I'll take those waybills back over here, put this one in that slot, and this one will go here. And this would continue on throughout the consist, removing waybills that have reached their destination and looking for possible waybills to fill the empty car slots on the car cards. Now I have two waybills that have completed their purpose, reaching their destination. I'll take them over here, put them upside down in the dead pile of completed waybills, and right here I have some waybills that are ready to be taken out. I have no idea what's going to be on the other side, which shipper, which consignee. The waybills have all been previously shuffled, and I see now I need a covered hopper for 11, the grain co-op, and the interchange needs a gondola for steel, which will eventually wind up at Junction City. After going through all the remaining rolling stock in the newly arrived consist at Junction City, I find that I needed to pull several waybills out of the new waybill pile, and we'll drop them off in the appropriate places. Over here, there's the covered hopper that's for the grain co-op, and I see the metals and scrapyard also looking for a gondola. Already previously there, T.P. Anderson looking for a boxcar to go to Junction City. At Junction City, there were already several tank cars we're looking for, but I also have pulled a new card, new waybill, where there's a refrigerated card needed at Junction City. And I recall that at the lead on the consist that just arrived at Junction City, there is an empty refrigerator car, so I'll be putting that into the slot on that car very shortly. Not too much activity needed here. And looking down here, I see the electric machine company could use a flat car, and already the interchange needed a gondola, but I just pulled another card for another gondola, and we're also looking now for a tank car out there at the interchange. I've got about 200 waybills ready to go. This is one part of them, and if I find I need more activity on my layout, I'll be pulling more out of this pile. If I find there's too much activity, I can't keep up, I'll stop pulling waybills out of that pile until I do catch up. Here at the yard at Sunny Hill, I've got a lot of cars that have come in from both the interchange and Junction City. They all need to be sorted. Some of them will be delivered to the local industries here at Sunny Hill. Others blocked into a train for a local run to all the various industries out on the line, where they will be dropped off to various consignees. And also those consignees, some of them will be shippers having other cars to go out and be picked up. This system of waybills and car cards is something I've improvised after reading articles in Model Railroader 40 years ago. Just use scraps left over from layout construction, some little index cards, some old cut-up business cards are used for the waybills. So it's really something that cost me almost nothing to create. And when I compare it to commercially available systems, it does just about the same thing, but it's very simple, and I'm entirely satisfied with it. Thanks for watching.